5 of those truckloads pinged positive for GMO. And you say, well, so he went back to the seed supplier, which, by the way, the seed supplier happened to be Monsanto. Went back to the seed supplier, and they said, well, read the bottom of the bag on the seed bag. You read the bottom of the seed bag as they call it conventional corn, and they do not guarantee that it's not GMO, because even for them, getting cross-contamination occurs. It occasionally occurs.
Right. All right, I'm looking at the clock. In the interest of time, Randy, I'm sorry, I kind of jumped in here. Did you have anything else you needed to answer? We've got about.
I just wanted one more question, and we talked quite a bit, Brian, about large bakeries making, I think, 185 loaves a minute. Big productions. Is there another market, and that sounds like most of what we talked about, is there another market out there that provides release agents, maybe on a commercial basis, and I'm not aware of this, to like the small bakeries, the home, the corner bakery, or all these places that are, professional baking houses, but they bake cakes, they bake different places like that, and they sell at retail to the consumer.
Oh, sure. That's and if you look at it, that's the CSMs of the world really serve that kind of market. That's the kind of market that they really focus on. Is they focus on the small. I don't think it'd be proper to call them mom and pops, but they sell the release agents to those, and a distributor up in Jackson, Michigan, Dawn Food. They sell a release agent that's made for the folks who make the cakes that go into, that you and I buy when we go to the store for our children or our family members for happy birthday and that kind of thing like that, or the in-store bakery type of stuff. I mean, they sell release agents.
Do you have any kind of idea on whether that's a commodity release agent specialty, and what that kind of market size is compared to the commercial baking? I'm using that word to distinguish what we were talking about before and what we're talking about now. Do you have any idea on the sizes of those two markets, roughly in relationship to each other?
I don't, but it's well said. I mean, that's well said in saying it that way. But what I would say to you is that falls kind of in the. I mean, think about it. If you and I own a Panera restaurant, we're making bread. We're not using a commercial. I mean, though we're big, if we have Subway or we're big overall, but individually we're not that big. So The question is what kind of a release agent do they use? And I have to tell you, I don't know. I'm just not familiar with that particular space.
Okay.
I mean, frankly,
fair enough.
Maybe what they use is Pam. It may be.
Well,
because it works.
Just shortening.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that was the last question I had, Jen.
That's all I had too. Diane, did you have anything you wanted answered?
I just wondered a little bit about the Latin American market, if you had any insight into that at all. It seems like they have good soybeans plus one of the largest bakers plus emerging middle class still.
Yeah, and I would say that probably that's they have a I don't know. Obviously, Grupo Bimbo could tell us the whole story, couldn't they? I would guess that I don't know if they're moving away from the corn tortilla towards the pan-type breads. I think that would be maybe an interesting look. You could probably glean some of that information just from looking at the Grupo Bimbo results, looking at their annual report. Mm-hmm. Because I would think that if there was a significant shift, then Grupo Bimbo would obviously would have to be involved in that. And I'm sure that that's where I would go. I would go to the Grupo Bimbo annual report and just have a look at it and see what their numbers look like so far as what Central and South America are concerned.
Okay.
Because they have such a preponderance of that. I mean, they dominate that market.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Well, that's everything for us. Randy, is that